Hello, anybody joining? Hey, no. I see 4 people here right now. I'm going to start talking about this. It will probably continue tracking people, but this needs to be talked about. This is something that I've been seeing all over social media, all over TikTok. This is not okay for something a influencer should do, and I'm probably going to get yelled at this for a lot. I'm probably going to get canceled for this. I do not care because this is something that needs to be discussed. As you all know, Dream had pointed out, some of you may not know, but Dream had pointed out that if George does not show up by September, it's currently September, that his mental health would deteriorate immediately. And it upset me and probably upset some other people, but it is not okay for somebody to just say that. It shouldn't be George's responsibility or anybody else's responsibility to keep Dream having a good mental health. It should be Dream's responsibility to keep his mental health in check. Like, it is not okay for somebody to, it's basically similar to saying, if you don't do this, I'm going to continue doing this to myself. And it's not okay to do that. Me personally, I feel like he is manipulating his fans, and people can be mad at me. Do not care. It is not okay for a content creator to do this. I have seen so many people scared of what would happen to Dream if George doesn't come. Why is it our problem? Why is it our fault? Why are we scared? Yes, we like his content. Yes, we like this stuff. It shouldn't be our responsibility to be scared for something he has control of. And it's upsetting me. He may have meant it in a nice way. He may have meant it in a different way, but it's upsetting me that he's saying this. He's getting too comfortable being a big influencer. I remember when he did a listen thing on Twitter where he was in the bath. Like, it's not okay. It is not okay for a content creator to do that. George shouldn't be responsible for keeping Dream's mental health in check. No one should be responsible for keeping somebody else's mental health in an okay place. Nobody should be responsible for that. I used to like Dream a lot. Sometimes I still do, but he needs to realize this is not okay for you to say when you have such a big platform. I genuinely believe he needs help. Like, not from his friends, not from, like, his community. He needs to talk to a therapist. He just, like, we stand up for him too much. Even, like, the toxic fans, sometimes they're kind of a little bit right about him. It's concerning. Very concerning. I haven't been watching him, Universal Trash, I haven't been watching him for a while at all. Like, I have been seeing I have been seeing this all over TikTok, all over social media, people being scared of what's gonna happen to him, what's gonna happen to Dream if George doesn't come, and putting all this pressure on George. It isn't George's decision to see if he can come to the US or not. It is his government's decision to see if his visa gets passed. It is not anybody else's decision. I remember when Kristen, Phil's wife, her visa was declined. A lot of people were upset, but nobody went to this extreme. Ever. Why is it Dream gets to go to this extreme and nobody talks about it. It needs to be pointed out to a lot of influencers, even, and especially Dream right now, that it's not okay. I said before, like, it's similar to basically saying, if you don't stop doing this, I'm going to continue. I'm like, or if you don't do this, I'm going to do this to myself. And it's not okay. There's differences, but it is like, yeah, like Universal Trash. I've seen your points and everything, and I halfway agree with you. It's a 50-50 with you, like with your points. It's just like we've seen. Me being on YouTube for a while. My channel started and I didn't really do a lot with it. I've had multiple channels before this one, and I've watched YouTube since I was little. I have seen this happen with other content creators, and it is not okay. Nobody said anything until they really went too far. And I want this to be addressed right now. Like, yeah, Scenario's right. Like, he needed to think about what he was saying. Like, a lot of his community, sometimes it's like a lot of it's new right now. And they're coming to him, and they like watching him because they feel like he helped with their mental health. Hello, Alpha Dreamer. We're talking about something that's going on with Dream. The stream will be staying up after I am done, but Universal. I understand that, and like I feel like that here too, but it feels like manipulation. I'm not accusing him of manipulating us or his fans. I am just saying, to others, I may not feel like it. To me, it feels like manipulation. These signs are there. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it feels like. But he really needs to watch what he is saying with such a big fan base, especially with people who are coming to him because they like his content and it helps them with their own mental problems. I'm not trying to cancel him. I'm really not trying to cancel him. I just want him, I want people to understand that it's not something to cancel over. He just needs to talk about it and clarify, or just be like, clarifying would be helpful. That it wasn't meant to be that blown out of proportion, but it's scaring so many people. Like, honestly, okay, let's say, let's use like I'll make up like a random YouTuber, and then say you're a really big fan of him. You sometimes, like, you can't really deal with your mental health issues by yourself. That's why we have comfort streamers. A lot of people know this. Not everybody knows this, but a lot of people know this. You depend, like, not even depend. You sometimes, when you can't get your mental health in check, you use your comfort streamers to help you with that. They help you get through hard times. If a lot of his new fan base are people with too much of bad mental health, that they can't get it under control themselves. And yes, I agree with that. Universal Trash, I agree that a lot of people would do that to themselves. I honestly just need him being Dream, to just clarify that I did not mean to, like, I did not mean to like make people this scared at all. Like, I didn't mean to insinuate that people should be scared that I would do something bad, because usually when you hear that oh, if so and so doesn't come here right away, my mental health will deteriorate, it's not good, because that leads to many forms of thinking without context. And I just, like, I would really love an explanation from him, or a clarification that this is not what I meant. I'm not going to do anything bad. If it's addressed, it's addressed. If it's not addressed, it's not addressed. I just need it to be out there, because this really needed to be talked about. Like, I don't really follow what Dream does anymore at all. I don't really watch his content anymore. I really rarely keep up with any of the streamers right now. But when I started seeing that all over, like, on my TikTok, and since it is now September, it was panicking a lot of people. I had seen videos of people being like, it's September 1st, oh God, and they're having a panic attack live on camera. And it's terrifying to me, because I don't want any of his new fans to go through that fear and just do something to themselves that wasn't their responsibility. I remember, like, a clip from one of Jaden Animation's video. I remember this being a really big clip, that you shouldn't be responsible for somebody else's feelings at all. His fans, as much as he loves them, and like as he says he does, I want this situation to go down. I want him to clarify that, hey, I'm okay. I didn't mean to blow this out of proportion, because so many people are freaking out about it. And I just gut feeling right now that this is going to be a huge thing on Twitter, where people are freaking out over it. Like, hey, is he okay? Is he all right? Like, it's something that should not happen in this community. It's not, I'm going to continue saying it's not okay to do this. Like, what happened to him being like, okay, arm's length away. I can't let you guys get personal with me. You guys can't get personal with me. And I know he says he wants to, like, get close to his fans. It's just, yes, no, it is never, should be never, a lot of people have agreed with this. I saw Universal Trash agreed with this, that you should never ever be responsible for somebody else's mental health issues, or what's going on in their life, or what's happening with them. Never be responsible for that. Somebody's being like that to you, and please immediately cut them off. If they say they're going to do something, get them help. It's like, no one should ever have to go through that. And as somebody who went through that, don't. It's not worth it. I just really hope that he clarifies this, that Dream clarifies this, if it gets blown out of proportion. Like, if it ends up being something super big on Twitter, I really hope he clarifies, saying that, like, it's not, like, he didn't mean to do that. He didn't mean to, like, freak out people, because, like, I get, sometimes it is, like, it's 50-50. It's his fault, not really his fault, partially, but it's also mostly the fans. Like, you need to, as a fan, you need to learn to put yourself at arm's length from a content creator and their lives. because it's something that a lot of people should know. Keep yourself at a distance from them because you do not know their personal life. They do not know your personal life. They are a stranger that you know, not even know, but you watch online. You do not know them personally. You do not know anything else about them. And especially Dream in this case, because he is a faceless like content creator and he's huge, he's blown up. That is something that should be big in this community. Yeah, he probably didn't mean it to be this big, and he probably didn't even like think about what he was saying and just being like, oh, they're not gonna take it seriously. But if it does get big, it should be discussed and clarified. That's literally just like all I wanted to say because it was something that bothered me a lot because I kept just seeing it, and one of friends of mine that I became friends with not even a few days ago, 2 weeks ago. They were freaking out about it to me yesterday, and I had told them to calm down and everything. They were having a panic attack, and it was not okay with me. I was upset about it. My final words before I end the stream: keep yourselves and remind new people who are new to like getting I'm saying I want to talk about this. People can talk about it if they want. I wanted to talk about this because I wanted to point it out to the community what my concerns were. As somebody who is currently leaving like the Dream SMP community and kind of the MCYT community, I want this to be known before I'm fully out of it. I still care about the content creators. They will always hold a dear place in my heart, but it's something that as a community that is gaining new members and old members leaving, the reason I wanted to point out so people know, if people talk about it, that is their decision to talk about it. If they don't talk about it, then that's their decision to ignore it. I made a decision to point it out. If it gets bigger, that is really not my fault because I'm from my heart, I pointed out what was wrong. I never wanted to make it bigger. I'm just saying that I wanted to talk about this, that not people need to talk about this. I'm like in the title, it may say we need to talk about this serious, but it's like it just needed to be addressed. I wanted to point something out. If people talk people talk about it, they talk about it. They don't talk about it, they don't talk about it. I don't care. But if somebody sees this stream when it's up and they want to talk about it and they want to bring it up with other people, then that is their choice. It was not my choice for them to continue to talk about it. That is basically should be a big thing. But I wanted to point this out before I end the stream. Just if you meet somebody who's new to the community, remind them and continue to remind yourself, arm's length from from content creators. You don't know them, they don't know you. You may want to know to learn them personally. But you can't. You will never fully true know a content creator, ever. No matter how much they want to get to know their fans, you will never fully know them and they will never fully know you. They are a stranger to you and you are a stranger to them. Thank you guys. Talk about this if you want. Don't talk about it. I don't really care. I just wanted this address. I hope you guys have a good day, night, evening, whatever time it is, and stay safe.